Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exclusive premium repertoire. We're not going to start over. We're going to keep on rolling. But I need you to hit the like, share, and subscribe button to get us into the logarithms because I really would like for you to be able to see some of the artists that I showcase on the show. So this week we have a very special guest. We have ETBoadi from Ghana, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What we got to do is we're gonna let you take over and tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is ETBoadi, but my artist name is ETBoadi. I was born in Ghana, but lived in Spain, and I started doing music like 3 years ago. In because the quarantine us because of coronavirus. I used to play soccer, but when coronavirus arrived, everything went down. The team couldn't pay us, the clubs couldn't pay us, so we had to stop. I had to came on. I had to find something to do. And I remember as a kid, I used to take beats from YouTube and write my own songs. So I decided doing it, and I started recording it. I bought my own equipment to record, and boom, I started doing music, and people liked it. And I said, yeah, okay, cool. So I'll start doing this.
Okay. So tell me this. I know you said because of coronavirus that you decided to do music. Was it ever in the back of your mind while you were playing football that you wanted to do music? So did coronavirus give you the opportunity for something that you was already thinking about, or was it just a fresh new idea? I'm gonna be an artist now.
No, it was a fresh new idea.
Okay,
I didn't know want to be an actor. I wanted to be a footballer. But
okay,
when I was like 10, 12 years old, we used to write songs with my friends and sing it and put it on YouTube. But we didn't take credit for it. It was just for fun. We didn't know.
okay,
I didn't know that one day I'll be right. I'll be like an artist. I didn't know. But I want to be a footballer. Because of coronavirus, I became an artist.
okay. So do you consider yourself when you do your music, do you feel that it's geared more towards the Western world, more towards African culture, or more towards the Spanish culture?
I do both. In my lyrics, it's English and Spanish. Sometimes English and Spanish. Sometimes it's my language from Ghana and English. So I do both. I do drill. I do Afrobeat. So everyone can listen to my song. Everyone, actually everyone.
Okay. So I've interviewed other artists and I asked them about their process for writing a song. And I know that you told me that you would write a song and get beats off of YouTube. Did you write the song first or did you acquire the beats first? Or is it any type of formula that you use?
Sometimes when I'm just sitting there, when I'm around, lyrics comes in my mind and I write them down without no beats. I just write them down, and sometimes I listen to the beats first, and with the beats I write it.
Okay. So tell me about your latest project.
I just released a drill song called Why Not 3 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and I'm about to release my second single. It's called On God. Maybe next month with a video.
Okay, so tell me this. This is a question that I ask a lot of artists because I have noticed that since coronavirus, a lot of artists will release songs like every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks. I want you to tell me the benefit that you think there is to releasing so soon, so close apart, or however that may sound. Soon after the first release. How about that? About releasing so soon. What do you think the benefit is of releasing so soon after the first release?
For me, I think I'm not getting any benefit from it yet because I know I'm an upcoming artist. People are starting to like my song. I don't even have a manager. I do everything by myself. But now I'm and people, for example, you listen to my song and you gave me my first interview. People have listened to my song and give me opportunities to partner with them. So now small I'm getting a lot of people who wants to help me and like that. Yeah, so now I the benefit is coming small. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, what is the name of your latest single?
Why not?
You just told me that. Now tell me about the process for why not. What was the inspiration for that?
Growing up, I had people who said that I couldn't do something, and I had friends that betrayed me, like let's say betrayed me. So I when I started music, they didn't believe in me, and so I started writing a song. Why can't I do this? So I can, if I have the talent, I can do it. Why not? And then I wrote the lyrics.
So tell me this then, because I have asked other guests on the show. So I'm going to ask you, do you feel that you gained friends or lost friends on this journey, or people showed their true colors to you? What, as a whole, do you think about friendships that you didn't had along your musical journey?
I think you got to be careful. You got to be very careful. You can't trust all of them, and you can't tell your secret stuff. You can't let never everyone no one wants to know. Even if he is your close friend, he can't know because he can jealous you. Is what I've learned, and what I've seen.
So tell me, do you think any other genre besides hip hop has so much jealousy in it? Because we know that in the hip hop world that it is so many haters. Do you think any other genre deals with as much hate as it is within the actual hip hop culture?
Mm, I don't think so. Maybe drill. I don't think so. I don't think so. Hip hop, everything starts from hip hop. Hip hop is hip hop.
What do that mean? Tell me what that means.
It means it's the best. It's everything. You
Okay.
can continue to keep with hip hop.
Okay. So tell me this. We know that social media is like super important in any type of business dealings that we're trying to do today.
Yeah.
One aspect of social media is YouTube. That's huge for musical artists. What other platform for musical artists do you think give YouTube a run for their money?
What other music platforms?
Mm, well, from what I have been looking at, that's why I asked you the question. A lot of musical, well, let me back up. A lot of people started out on a platform called Twitch for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people to come on and have started posting their music and other things on Twitch. So it's more easy to monetize on Twitch than it is on Facebook, I mean on YouTube and different things like that. So my question was, what other platforms do you think give YouTube a run for the money? I mean, do you think that it's the same as if you have a distributor and you run an ad on Facebook and Instagram? Do you think that it gives you the same traction as if you've done it on YouTube or if you've done it on Twitch? So which social platform do you feel is the most beneficial for you?
Um, I use Facebook ads. I use Facebook ads, and it depends how you set it, how the settings. I steady. I look through the internet. There is a manager who I'm learning from him, and he shows me how to do it. And so I'm getting my streams and everything from Facebook ads.
Okay. You mentioned that you had another single that was getting ready to come out. Tell me about that single.
It's called On God,
Mm-hmm.
the drill music too, and it's in Spanish and English.
Okay.
And it's about God. It's about how He has helped me make me an artist through like this. I've
Mm-hmm.
become like how I've become. I'm upgrading. I'm going forward.
Okay.
So I think.
Describe yourself as an artist.
I'm very serious.
Okay.
Very serious. I work hard. Um, I don't trust no one from now. Yeah.
Like there's a story behind why you don't trust people. But I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you finish telling that, and then I'm gonna ask you why you don't trust people.
I don't trust people because what they my friends did to me. It's I don't know how to say this in English. It's uh like it's personal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I share a story with you. I I asked a lot about friends. I feel like since I started on this journey, because my business is actually doing music registrations for independent artists to make sure that all their registrations is right before they get out there so they don't make mistakes. I created this show because, of course, you know I'm a tastemaker because I reviewed your music. But most of the time, an artist only get 25 seconds to a minute and 20 seconds to showcase their talent. So that's the reason why I done this show. And I'd be like, tell me a little bit about yourself. Describe yourself. So those are the things that you will want when you start doing other interviews. The answers will come to you naturally because I feel like I give you that practice session. And of course, we always have a consultation to make sure that you have everything in order. Because if I invite you on a show, I want you to win.
Of course. Of course.
So with me, I feel like when I started everything that I lost a lot of friends. Um, Getting backstabbed, talked about behind my back. I took a meeting with one guy because at the particular time I was managing the artist and they were friends with each other. So I took a meeting with him because of that. And he actually sent to me in an email that I still have that he didn't want nobody to work with me unless they went through him. And I told him I didn't see the benefit of that when I have my own business. You're not my gatekeeper, so I'm sure that you would do well on your own, but that's not the way that I want to go.
Of course. Yeah.
And he went around telling people not to work with me, that I was lying, that I didn't know what I was talking about. But keep in mind, I work for a 12-time platinum producer and a 6-time platinum producer, and he worked for no one. But people believed what he said because I'm not always out there in the streets doing something. But the thing about it was the artist that I was managing at that particular time that was friends with him, I told him what happened. And don't you know that he went onto social media to give him big ups to make me mad? And I'm the one who making you money and you're not making any money with him. And what I tried to tell him is, you're not understanding that if the way that you've been doing it, because you've been an artist for 15 years, if the way that you've been doing it is working, then why aren't you successful? I said, and you're not understanding that he come telling you've been knowing him for years. And he'll come and tell you, oh, I can do this for you. I can do this for you. I can do this for you. Well, if he could do all these things for you, why hadn't he already done it? And keep in mind, he's also an artist and been an artist as long as you have. And if he can do all these things for you, why in the hell have he done it for himself? So I had to cut a lot of friends off behind that. I put together a show one time, and it had a lot of independent artists on there. And now keep in mind, the artist that I was managing had been an artist for many years. And people was always calling, wanting features, and let's collab on this, let's do that. But when he was headlining the show, none of his friends in the music industry in this area showed up. Not one. Not one. So either somebody was doing some shady shit behind, or those people are not your friends that you keep running for, that you keep doing features for, that you keep writing for. Sometimes you have to separate yourself. And like I said, I lost friends because a lot of friends knew both of us. They didn't come and ask me anything when I said I can no longer work with you. I'm the type of person, if I feel like I can't make money, or I can futuristically see that this is not going to make money for me, that this is not going to be in my best interest, I bounce. Hey, we're done. I wrote a blog, because I write a blog too, about assets and liabilities. I was working with someone and I felt like they was a liability. They couldn't go to the courthouse and get a DBA because they had a warrant. So if you can't get a DBA, how you going to get paid? Because I know you don't have an LLC, because you got to have a doing business as to be able to cash your checks when people book you. Well, come to find out, he has some other more serious charges to come up. And besides that, then you want to be gangster and tell me that you want to kill me because over $4.15. If you mess with my music, I'm going to kill you. I said, sir, you have only made $4.15. I said, bring your ass.
Damn.
But how much money do I owe you? Tell him how much money he owed me. I ain't giving you shit. Okay, well, I don't think that my life is going to be over because you don't pay me the little change that you owe me, because I got what you need. You don't got what I need.
True.
So, like I said, in those situations, for me, if I have those types of situations and you my friend and people are speaking ugly on my name and you supposed to be my friend and you don't stand up for me, or you don't like, you don't share, you don't subscribe, you don't buy a product, you don't do anything, then I feel like there's no benefit to being your friend. You see what I'm saying? You're not supported. So I lost a lot of friends, and actually very happy about it, because I feel like I'm free to do the things that I need to do instead of always coming in to solve somebody else's problems. So when you said that it's a personal thing, I do understand about personal things. This has been a lot with me. But as the gospel that says, shake it off and pack it under your feet. That's what I do. Whatever you got to say, hey, I don't care. I'm finna be 45 this year. I don't have time for any of that. If we're not going to be able to make money, if we're not going to be able to build, if we're not going to be able to I scratch your back, you scratch my back, you down, let me pick you up, I'm down, let me pick you up. If it's not going to be that and you're trying to shit on that person at every chance you get and stab them in the back at every chance you get, then you cannot be my friend. And my thing about it is, I'm gifted. The Lord blessed me with intuition, psychic intuition off the chain. If you come around me and your energy is ugly, I know right then and there, and I will cut you off. And that was the reason why I had to cut that one dude off. How in the hell you gonna tell me that can't nobody work with me unless they go through you? Who the hell are you?
What's happening to him now? You don't work with him anymore, huh?
Oh no, I don't work with. I never worked with him in the beginning. That
Mm,
was that I didn't want to work with him. And
okay.
it was even, I don't know what y'all, are you still in Spain?
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all call them there, but we don't have a problem with people of other cultures and race. I don't. I have an undergrad in sociology, but a term that we use for people who don't know how to mind their own business is a Karen. And there was a Karen that worked with both of them that people was calling me. I would have people to come on the show and they would call me. Oh, was this person contacted me on Facebook Messenger, then called me saying don't work with you because you steal artist money.
Hostia.
It is for artists to make money. Tell me, how can you steal an artist's money with no budget?
Hostia.
My thing is with her, I never met her before. Do not know her. I talked to her on the phone one time. I'm gonna tell you what happened. The artist that I was, she was telling me, she was like, well, I'm glad that you're working with him. He did this song with the other guy, the one who didn't want me to work with anybody unless they went through him. They had done a song together. And she was like, the song is trash. It's trash. And he's doing these songs with these people. And I was like, oh, okay. So let me listen to it. So, I asked him about it. And he was like, yeah, we done this song. Da, 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 da. I didn't say anything about what she said. So later on, I talked to him. He was like, well, I don't know what's going on with him and her. Evidently, she called somebody in Atlanta and told them that the song was trash. And I guess that person went back and told him. So he was mad at everything. And so when I was listening to it, I didn't say anything. I was like, oh my God. He said, well, she said she didn't say it. And I'm sitting there like, oh, she said it. Because she said it to me and she didn't even know me. And I didn't say nothing. I was like, nah, we can't work with her. No. So, even after I fired her, he ended up going back to work with her, which is a no-no for me. You're not going to go back and work with somebody who you've been working with that you're not getting anywhere with, that's going to go behind somebody that they're working with and talk about them with somebody else. She said it to me and I didn't even know her. But then she started stalking me. She started following my social media pages and I would block her and delete her and she would make new pages to follow me again.
Damn.
So, I don't know what the issue is, but my thing with her is you are associated with those two people. The first artist that I work with, I can truly say I believed in him. His talent is great and everything. But his issue was he lived for everybody else, not realizing they didn't even come to your show, which means they don't want you to blow up. If they can't be where you are, they want you to stay where they are. But I'm not going to do it. You can stay there if you want to. I'm going to sail off into the sunset. So, what advice would you give to artists about developing friendships in the business?
My advice is they should keep quiet. Even when they have something, when they have a big deals. When they have big deals, they should keep quiet and do it. And they also have to be careful, be very, very, very careful of their friends, because they can betray you anytime. There are a lot of jealousy over there, a lot.
Oh, well, I had groups and groups of people trying to go against me because this one dude, I mean, it's like he recruited people to come and help me. And I make posts like all this force against one person. And how I looked at it was, you're doing something right, girl, to be making this many people mad. Keep doing it. As Cat Williams say, you need to find your 10 more haters by the summer. I need new haters because I already know all the old hater secrets.
True.
So I know you said you had a video coming out. Do you have any idea when you're gonna drop the video?
We haven't shoot it yet. You shoot it this month, so I think by next month we'll drop it, which is June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. I want you to tell everybody the name of your latest single again. I want you to tell everybody the new single that's coming out, your social media handle, and anything else they need to know to be able to find your music.
Okay. My new music is called Why Not by ETBoadi. It's on Spotify or platforms, Apple Music, everything. And my upcoming music will call it's called On God. It will release next month. And I want you all to follow me on Instagram, ETBoadi, ETBoadi. Facebook the same thing, ETBoadi. Twitter, ETBoadi. Snapchat too, ETBoadi, and TikTok, ETBoadi. And you can search me on all music platforms too. I'm there.
All right. You have any last words?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's my first interview. I really appreciate it.
Well, what did you think about it?
Very good. I was shocked that someone told me he wants to do an interview. I didn't know, and I've never think about it. So I was surprised, and I'm glad. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Welcome. Sometimes I will send people music in to other places. I won't do that unless when I interview with you, if you correspond with me, if you're on time for the interview, if you're ready, all those things matter. I used to be a show manager, and I had an artist. He was up next because I had to slot them by how many tickets they sold, and I would have artists. Oh, well, you can let such and such go ahead of me. I need to smoke a blunt. If you don't go on now, your slot is gone. So it's those things like that I look at the professionalism. And that's not really a word, but we still use it. But I look at that before I would even send anybody music anywhere, because you can have the greatest talent, but your attitude can suck, which means that you're not a person that anybody would want to work with. And that's the reason why a lot of times, especially with one of the artists that I work with, try to get on social media and say, fuck my company and all this kind of stuff. Well, that's fine for you to say that. I'm not even going to address you, because I always say a lion never consults a sheep. So there's no need for me to address you. But what you're doing is you're letting the rest of the world know that you're probably not a person that they want to work with. And you're only going to work with people who have the same attitude as you. And you're always going to be where you're going to be at. Because if you can't nobody tell you anything, or you fly off the handle, even like when you watch X Factor and what was it, American Idol and all those different things, you would see people that would come on. Some of them could really have talent, and some of them would be terrible. And then when somebody would say something to them, they'd be like, oh, F you, you don't know what you're talking about, and who are you, and all this kind of stuff, when all they actually had to do was listen to what they were saying. You might not be ready this time, but if I go change this, this, and this, I can come back and I can try again. Or somebody said, well, my sound wasn't right on my production, or the hook wasn't catchy enough, and they don't know what they talking about, I'm leaving my song like this. I don't think that artists understand, even if you're a single artist by yourself, you still have to be a damn team player. Or if you can't be, then you're going to be on the losing team. But I'm going to be quiet now so I can end this show. I'll be quiet. He was very patient with me, everybody, this week because we've done a lot of talking. I'll probably have to chop a lot of this up. But
Yeah.
anyway, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on all podcasting platforms. You can find us on Spotify podcasting videos. You can find us on Pandora. You can find us on Google Podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, sometime on Facebook, and now on Twitch. And we'll see you next week.
Uh,
Bye.
are you in Atlanta?
No, I am in Arkansas.
Ah, I thought you were in Atlanta. I like 21 Savage.
I knew you. Well, a
You
lot of
might.
people like to Saturday. But yeah, that's it. Look, that's in your age group. Look, I'm old enough to be your mama.
Yeah, yeah,
But anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.